Now, Libby reveals the heartbreaking truth to Meredith in Shortland Street. This episode may contain scenes that some viewers find upsetting or disturbing.
You don't believe that I'd do anything to hurt Libby, do you?
If I suspect an incidence of child abuse, then my first priority has to be to the child.
You bitch. You're twisting everything I say.
Well, she stays with her father, John, every second weekend, but well, apart from his new girlfriend, he doesn't have any regular friends.
Is she fond of your ex-husband?
Very.
I'm bad.
Who says you're bad?
Mum thinks I'm bad because I don't like him.
Who? Gary. Why don't you like him?
He'll be angry with me.
If you tell me what he's done, I'll stop him from going anywhere near you again. Libby, what's happened? What's the matter?
Help me. Don't let him hurt me again, please.
What on earth's happened?
I'll handle this.
This is your usual subtle bedside manner, I suppose.
That's enough, Marge. Just mind your own business if that's possible.
I'll get you some fruit juice, you poor little
I'll
mite.
look after this. Just make sure that we're not interrupted, please.
Yes, of course.
Well, and if you want to make yourself useful, call Libby's mum and tell her to get here quickly.
Oh, you wimp, you won't doubt on me.
No way. You'd be exhausted too if you put in the hours I had this week.
You're a piker. Face it.
Yeah, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you. Dr. Ropeter.
Oh, honey, it's Jenny. Is Nick there?
Yeah, sure. Nick, it's your mum.
Oh, what have I done now? Yeah.
Nick.
This is extremely important. I want you to tell me exactly where you got those pills you took at the dance party.
I'll give it a rest, will you?
I said it's important, Nick.
Look, I already told you I got them from a mate.
I need names.
No way.
Nick, listen to me.
You didn't steal those pills, did you?
Oh, great. So first I'm a junkie and now I'm a thief. Thanks a lot, Mum.
Nick, just tell me. I need to know.
Look, no way you're here.
Nick!
I'm cleaned out because of you.
What? I gave you that money. It was wrong to use it to gamble with.
Oh, it's all very well for you to preach. You don't have a pizza baron breathing down your neck.
Yeah, well, gambling's not right, whatever the reason.
Oh, really? Who won enough money for a new pair of shoes, new sunnies and a Walkman, huh?
Yeah, but they're ill-gotten gains, Steve. My gambling days are over. Here, kid. Enjoy.
What's this?
Think of it as a present.
Hey, thanks.
I don't believe this, man. I could do with new shoes and sunnies as well. What about me?
Don't push your luck, boy.
Oh, Mrs. McLean, we've got your discharge papers ready. You'll need to sign them here and here.
Oh, thanks.
Off home today, Mrs. McLean.
Yes, I am.
Can I have a quick word?
I suppose so.
I do hope you'll reconsider your decision not to have surgery. As I said...
No, Dr. Warner, I've told you. I'm never going through that again. Made up my mind.
Here you are. Dr. McKenna wants to see you now.
Right, look, I'm sorry, Sonia. Mrs. Nielsen will see to you.
So keep your eyes open for anyone at all behaving suspiciously.
As if they're on drugs, you mean?
Well, not only that, but perhaps even somebody with financial difficulties. They could be trying to make a bit of extra cash on the side.
Dealing?
It's possible.
I know Steve's having a hard time of it lately.
Well, not Sam, though. He seems to be rolling in it. Have you seen his new clothes? Only a few minutes ago I saw him giving away a Walkman to a child in reception.
Well, where would Sam get so much money?
Search me. I suggest we line the whole staff up and ask a few direct questions.
I think I'd prefer to be a little more subtle. We don't want to draw any unnecessary attention to this, certainly not at the moment.
Why don't you ask Dr. Ropeter?
You mean that business about the drug squad? No one has time in Guatemala.
Hmm.
You don't think there's a connection, do you?
I certainly hope not.
The x-ray looks fine. But if you feel giddy or nauseous or really tired, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Feel like telling me who's been hurting you?
He'll get into serious trouble, won't he?
No one has the right to do what he's done to you.
He's never hurt me before. says he loves me.
Everyone wants to be loved. There's nothing wrong with that. But he began by touching you. And then that wasn't enough for him?
It's all my fault. I didn't know how to stop him. I knew it was wrong and I let it happen. And then he started to hate me for trying to stop him.
Nothing on this earth, nothing gives any human being the right to treat another the way he's treated you.
I was scared. So I let him do anything he wanted. That only made him furious with me. It's all my fault.
No one blames you, Libby. If you tell me who did this to you, I'll make sure that he stopped.
I can't tell you. You won't believe me.
Are you afraid? You need help and protection, Libby. We'll handle this in whatever way you want. Your mum loves you. Her greatest concern is for you, not for anyone who'd be doing this to you. She'll stand by you, even if it means losing Gary.
But it isn't Gary. It's my dad.
Oh, it's you.
Afraid so. I haven't seen you around much lately.
Just a few days off?
Yeah, me too. I decided not to waste that weekend on Waiheke Island, seeing as I already paid for it. Had a great time.
I'm so glad.
It's a shame you didn't want to come. I would have enjoyed showing you the sights.
I've seen all before, really. Pretty boring.
Oh, that depends. Just as well I make friends easily. Have you talked to Carrie about changing shifts? I mean, if you're not careful, you might actually have to work with me.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Ah, Dr. Warner, I've been looking for you.
Well, here I am, ready and willing.
Sonia McLean's still in reception. Do you want to have a word?
Oh, I tried. She won't even listen to me.
But you can't leave it there. That lump could easily be malignant, and you know it.
What else can I do? I explained to her the implications. The woman just can't face the idea of more surgery.
Nurse Rayner, take note. This is how doctors generally cope with the problems that can't be cured with drugs or surgery. They leave them for nurses to
Just a
solve.
minute.
Never mind, Doctor. We're used to covering for you. I'll talk to her myself.
I can't believe he'd do that to anyone, let alone my own daughter. She's just a kid. How can a man do that?
Beats me. It's always the ones you least expect, isn't it?
And when I confronted him with it, he stormed out like he was the injured party.
You're sure it was him?
Who else could it be?
Well, he's got a hide like a rhino, I'll give him that.
I don't know what to do next. I've already had a word with Libby's dad. He was mad enough when I told him about the sexual thing. Now I have to tell him that Gary's beating her up as well. And he'll kill him. He's got a brutal temper.
She finally opened up to me. Would you like to come with me?
Anything I can do?
No, thanks. This way.
Libby.
Sit here, I think. Now just take your time. Tell your mum what you told me in your own words.
Libby, I won't be mad, I promise.
Do you think it's Gary too? It's Dad.
Your father? Is this true?
He wouldn't be lying.
Oh, my God. Oh, my poor baby. Oh. How could he do this to you? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I tried to, but you wouldn't listen to me.
It went through my mind. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to. Oh, Libby. Oh, darling. Please forgive me. Forgive me, sweetheart. Please forgive me.
move yourself, will you? Oh, what's this? You're developing a belated interest in your future.
Well, they gave that to everyone at school.
There's some pretty good ideas in here. You could major in music.
Oh, yes, I can really see myself as a music professor. Come off it, Mum.
I'm only trying to point out that there are careers to be made out of some of the things that you're interested in.
All of which take about 100 years at varsity.
Would a university qualification be such a dreadful burden to carry through life?
Look, come off it, Mum. At the end of next year, no more study, ever.
Study hasn't done Dr. McKenna any harm.
Study's fine when you're ready for it. I had 18 months off before I decided to apply for med school.
You did?
See?
Then it was another year of interviews before I started full-time study. I made the most of my free time and I didn't regret it.
There you go, Mum.
I'll thank you not to interfere in the upbringing of my son.
Sorry.
Well, at least the worst of it's over now.
He'll be prosecuted. We'll have to go to court.
Sure. You and Libby can see that through together.
Yeah. Dr. Fleming's arranging counselling. She's talking to Libby about it now.
Yeah, well, if it's any consolation, you're not alone. There's a hell of a lot of it going on, you know. You'd be amazed.
I think it surprised me anymore.
There are several support systems for families that need help. We've got one here at the clinic. Meets once a month.
I can't believe how badly I treated Gary.
Oh, he'll understand.
I'm not so sure. Oh, we've had our differences, but this was huge. I think it's over between us.
No way. Gary's got far more sense.
I blame myself for this whole mess.
How do you make that out?
If my marriage hadn't broken up...
If you're going to tell me your ex wouldn't have abused Libby, don't. If divorce always ended in child abuse, we'd be tripping over incest every time we turn around.
Thanks. I felt guilty about the way I've treated Dr. Fleming.
She's a tough cookie. She'll get over it.
Pethidine.
100 mils.
When did you notice?
Just now when I did the check.
And it couldn't have gone missing the same time as the last lot?
No, Michael, it couldn't.
And nobody signed for it. Ta. Okay. Change the locks on the cabinet immediately.
I've already arranged for that.
Good. In the meantime, it might pay to ask a few discreet questions. I know it's only a small discrepancy, but I want every grain of every drug accounted for.
Yes, Michael.
I recently got into painting and the grandchildren love to help, but they love making a mess. Put the paste onto the stain, add an extra scoop to my detergent, stain free before Lex's mum gets home.
Since I've been cycling, mud is my biggest problem, especially when it's a week-old stain. Take a scoop of Vanish Gold, give it a good scrub, add a scoop to my detergent, ready to go back out on the bike again.
Women seem to accept that wearing high heels comes with pain. Give your high heels the sneaker feel with the innovation from the Scholl foot experts. Gel active insoles in different shapes and almost invisible. Scholl Gel Active insoles available in the foot care aisle. And with new Scholl Gel Active insoles for flat shoes, give your flat shoes the sneaker feel.
What about car insurance? Imagine this fantastic website where you can check out a shed load of companies.
Be fantastic, would that?
None of those annoying pop-up adverts.
Nothing fantastic about them, Boris.
The exact right quote in minutes.
Fantastic is the word, Boris.
So compare. Insure your wheels, fantastic deals that you know where. You'll soon discover your ideal cover. Nothing quite compares, so don't compare.
Fantastic!
Secret Escapes members save up to 70% off luxury hotels and holidays. And there's an easy way to spot them. Join for free at Secret Escapes.
TalkHoliday.com is a fun place where social meets travel, where you can chat online and share real travel tips with real people. And as you pass on the good stuff about the places you've been, you'll discover more about the places you've not. So come share your photos and reviews and get inside know-how from fellow travellers like you. And if you book a trip with us, you'll benefit from some of the biggest travel brands around. Let your hands do the talking and join TalkHoliday.com today. TalkHoliday.com, the social travel network.
Mouth ulcer? Bonjela relieves pain in just 3 minutes and reduces inflammation. Bonjela, nothing stronger for mouth ulcers.
In the heat of the moment, condoms aren't your first thought, but withdrawal is not an effective way to prevent pregnancy. A study estimated that only 55% of pregnancies in the UK are planned. Visit the Family Planning Association online to get informed about all contraception choices and find one that works for you. This message is supported by Durex.
Sam, I've got to come up with that money or I'm dead.
Get some part-time work.
Yeah, like what, for instance?
I don't know, must be something around.
Maybe I could sign on as a brain surgeon.
Or a horse trainer.
No, get out of here, man!
I got a message for you. Sounds very mysterious to me.
What is it, Marge?
If you want to go on eating, settle the bill.
Thanks, Marge, I get a message.
That's more than I do. What's it mean?
Just owe the lady down at the dairy a few bucks, that's all.
Wasn't a woman on the phone.
The guy from the restaurant?
Yep.
If you want to go on eating, heavy.
Just take it slowly for the next few weeks. Have you got some help at home?
Yes, Mum's coming to stay to look after the kids.
Good. And remember, no lifting, bending or sweeping.
Mum's going to be busy.
That's what mothers are for. Your stitches can come out at the end of the week and Dr. Warner will see you for a checkup.
Okay, thanks.
And I agree with Dr. Warner. You should think about surgery for that lump in your breast.
I have. And I'm not going through with it.
Sonia, there's a chance the lump's malignant. If you ignore it, you're putting yourself at risk.
But I'm not having another operation. I'm scared. I'm scared the same thing will happen again, that I'll wake up on the table.
I understand that, but it won't happen again. It was a mistake.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't trust doctors now. I used to think they knew what they were doing. Well, not anymore.
I think we all have the idea that doctors are somehow superhuman. It's a unique profession when you think about it. I mean, you expect the man who services your car to do a good job. If he doesn't, he generally gets a second chance. Doctors don't have that option. They're under a lot of pressure to have all the answers and never make mistakes, when in fact they're only human like the rest of us.
Yes, well, I guess I've never thought of it like that.
Well then, I'll leave you to it.
Carrie, I didn't know you cared.
About what?
We frail medicos.
I don't.
I know, Mum. Look, I know. But I can't help that. I'm up to my eyes in it at the clinic. And I just can't get away. Give them my love. Yep. Right, bye.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important. Have you administered any pethidine over the past 12 hours?
I don't remember. It'll be in the book if I have. Everything I've used is recorded.
Anything I can do?
Oh, that was Mum. You know how it is.
No, I can't say that I do. Look, I'm sorry to push this, but I've got to account for all the drugs.
As far as I'm concerned, everything is correct.
Okay. Tough week.
Yeah, you could say that.
I couldn't believe it when I saw Libby. How could anyone treat a child so badly?
Oh, honey, I was just tidying up a bit.
Don't expect
expect me to apologise. I'm too frantic about Nick.
So you think I'd give the boy drugs?
I don't know. He got them from somewhere.
What on earth gives you the idea that I'd supply drugs to anyone, let alone a 15-year-old kid?
Michael told me all about it, honey.
Told you what?
That you're under surveillance by the drug squad.
How could he spread such a story? That's bloody irresponsible of him.
He hasn't spread it. The subject only came up because... Well, you might as well know if you don't already. Drugs have been going missing from the clinic. Michael only mentioned your problem in that context.
So he thinks I'm responsible for the missing drugs as well. You know, it's so nice to be well trusted. That's it. I'm leaving.
What's happened? What have you been saying? I want to know, Mum. Why is Hone leaving?
Thank you. Taxi will be here in a few minutes. Thanks. We'll see you at the end of the week, and remember, plenty of rest.
Yes. I've decided to take your other advice too. I will see Dr. Warner about the lump and, well, if it means another operation, I guess I've just got to be brave.
I'm very pleased to hear that.
Well, it's the kids and my husband. You're right. It's too big a risk. Looks like I'm going to have to give you lot a second chance.
See you later, Mrs. McLean. Take care of yourself, eh?
Will do, Steve.
Nurse Mills, got a minute?
Sure.
Have you administered Petadine at any time over the past 12 hours?
Yeah, sure.
You have?
Yep, this morning to, I forgot his name. The guy who came on with severe abdo pains. Dr. Fleming saw him.
Mr. Thorley?
Yeah, that's him.
No one else?
No, why?
There's a discrepancy with the drug stock take.
Yeah? Oh, hang on, I broke one of the ampules when I went to give it to him. I had to go and get another one.
Oh, like you did last week?
Yeah, well, you know how they shatter when they go.
You showed someone before you threw it away?
Well, no. The poor bloke was in a lot of pain.
So we've only got your word for it?
Well, ask him. I was right next to the bed when it happened.
I will.
It's none of your business.
Sure it is. Hone's gone and you drove him away. It's because you don't like what he said about me taking time off next year, isn't it? It's not fair. You drive him away and you don't even give me a reason.
Where are you going?
I'm not sticking around here.
Nick, come back here.
Are you still here? Have you seen Michael yet?
No. How long do you think he'll be?
I've no idea. He's still got Steve Mills in with him. I want to see him before I go home too. What's up, Honna? You've been in a state all night.
Has he said anything to you about me?
In what context?
Well, he's got it in his head that I'm stealing drugs from the clinic now.
I think we're all under suspicion, not just you.
No, he's got it in for me. You know, I came home, found Jenny going through my things. She as good as accused me of supplying drugs to Nick.
Oh, she's Nick's mum. Sometimes mothers put the blinkers on where their kids are concerned, especially when drugs are involved.
No, I've got a bloody good mind to resign.
Oh, no, go home. Calm down. See Michael tomorrow.
Oh, maybe you're right. If I go see him now, I'd probably blow it.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay. You win. I'll sleep on it.
You've put Miss Burton to a great deal of unnecessary work. She's wasted nearly a day trying to trace this Petadine.
I'm sorry, I just completely forgot about it.
You know the procedure when you break an ampule.
Yeah, get someone to check it before you throw it away. I know, but there was no one around. I didn't think it was that big a deal. Take it out of my wages if you think it's that important.
I'm surprised you think it's a matter for sarcasm. I hear you're having some financial problems at the moment.
What's that got to... You think I'm knocking off drugs to pay my debts? Yeah, sure, like 100 mils of Petadine and I could be a millionaire.
There are other supplies missing.
Look, I broke the damn ampule. If you don't believe me, ask Mr. Thorley.
We can't. He checked himself out just after you gave him the shot.
But he was a stretcher case.
Nevertheless, he's gone, and the name and address he gave were false. We can't trace him.
Looks like he was an addict out for a quick fix. They're very convincing with the symptoms.
And perhaps he made you an offer for a spare ampule. Who knows? He's the only one who can corroborate your story, and he's disappeared off the face of the earth.
You think I'm a drug pusher?
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance, I'll be dream, Shortland Street. Taking down the whole my place, yesterday's another place, just living for the time. writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see Shortland Street.
Stay with us in a couple of minutes here on Goldie for Tuesday's edition of Jerry next.
With BT Mobile, you can get online here, here, here and here, and all over the UK with 4G and Wi-Fi hotspots in more places than any other mobile provider. Better still, if you have BT broadband at home, it starts from just £5 a month with 500 megabytes of data. Or you could get 2 gigabytes of data for just £10 a month. Or even a huge 15 gigabytes of data for £20 a month. Anyone can get the great deal with BT Mobile. With 3 SIM-only plans to choose from, you're bound to find the one that's right for you. Call 0800 234 6543 or visit bt.com/SIM-only.